beautiful friends, welcome back to my kitchen. My name is Anna and today we're making a fabulous chimichurri chicken. In case you're not familiar with chimichurri, it's a Argentinian condiment made with extra virgin olive oil, red wine vinegar, garlic, tons of fresh herbs. So this is perfect for this time of year because if you have a garden with fresh herbs, this is perfect because you're going to use tons of it. So let me show you everything we're going to need so we can go ahead and get started. You're gonna need some chicken breast. I like my thinly sliced, but any type of chicken breast you like. Extra virgin olive oil, vinegar, a bit of hot pepper flakes, some garlic, and tons of herbs. As I said, you're gonna need some oregano, parsley, and cilantro. This comes together very, very quickly, so we're gonna get right into it. Now, most times I've had chimichurri. It's usually made with just parsley, or if they do add cilantro, they add a tiny bit less cilantro than they do of parsley. I personally love cilantro, so I like to add more cilantro than parsley, but you're gonna adjust it to your liking. Also, the oregano, I'm using fresh just because I have beautiful oregano plants in my garden and I'm taking advantage, so I'm gonna use fresh oregano, but you can use dried oregano. The only thing that I don't recommend you use dried are the parsley and cilantro. I find that you need to use fresh, otherwise it just doesn't come out the same way. So that's my only little tip. Now I have a small bowl here. I'm going to add my extra virgin olive oil, so I'm going to add my vinegar. I'm going to add some lime juice. Now, I don't know if this is traditional, but I love to add lime juice to mine. I love the flavor that it provides. I'm gonna start with half, and then if I see that I need it, I'm gonna add the other half. But remember, this is to taste, so start with half. If you need a little bit more, add a little bit more. I'm going to grate some garlic. If you don't wanna grate it, you can also mince it, but I love grating garlic. It just gives you more of like a pungent garlic taste, and I like that you don't actually have to bite than on bigger pieces of garlic. If that makes any sense. So now we add our hot pepper flakes, and you can add as much or as little as you like. This is not supposed to be a spicy condiment or sauce, but you just need a little bit. So I'm going to chop my parsley and cilantro along with my oregano. I like to get rid of the bigger stems, but if you have tender stems, you can leave them right in. No need to worry about those. Okay, now we grab everything together and we chop. You want your herbs very nicely chopped, just like this. Now, if you don't want to do it by hand, this doesn't take much effort at all. It doesn't take that long at all either. But if you have a mini chopper, you can add everything to a mini chopper and it will do the job for you. But it's not very hard. So you want to add all of your herbs into your bowl, just like so. I'm gonna mix everything together with a little whisk, just until everything is very nicely incorporated. What we're gonna do is marinate the chicken. So I'm adding all the chicken into a shallow dish. I haven't seasoned my chimichurri yet, just because I'm going to season the chicken with salt and pepper, and some of this chimichurri, you don't want all of it because you're gonna leave some behind to add over the top. So I would say a little bit more than half, just like that. And now I'm going to season my chicken with some salt and pepper. So you want to season your chicken very well. You want to make sure that all of the chicken is coated in the chimichurri. That's going to give us so much flavor. It's going to be divine. I'm going to add some pepper to taste. You can add as much or as little as you like. I'm gonna let my chicken marinate for about 15 minutes. I'm gonna clean up a little bit and I'll be right back to show you the next step. My chicken has been marinating for, I would say, about 20 minutes. Here I have a skillet over medium-high heat. You want it nice and hot because that's gonna create the beautiful sear. So this is ready to go. You're gonna let that cook about 5 minutes on each side, or until the internal temperature, it's about 165 degrees Fahrenheit. It's been a few minutes, so I'm going to flip the chicken and look at that color. This is exactly what you want. My chicken is perfectly cooked. This is my second batch. I did use a thermometer to see the temperature. They're all 165, well, They were actually 164, but it's gonna carry over that degree as it continues to rest. So that is perfect temperature. That way you're gonna end up with a really juicy, delicious chicken breast. I'm gonna let the chicken rest for a few minutes, but here I have the leftover chimichurri sauce that we saved from earlier, the one that we didn't use for the marinade. I did season it with some salt and pepper. I don't like to season it before, because since I like to season the actual chicken, if I season the marinade, I find that it becomes too salty. So I like to season it right when I'm ready to use it. Now we're gonna drizzle this all over the chicken. Perfect. This is full of beautiful flavors. I am gonna cut myself a little piece because it's too delicious that too. Let's see. Right here. Beautiful. The chicken is cooked perfectly. I should like to get a little more of this chimichurri. Wow, so flavorful, so juicy, perfectly cooked. It's not chewy, it's not dry. I love that you don't have to add any more oil to your pan when you cook it, because the marinade has plenty of oil and it makes it so delicious. This is pure perfection. It's one of my most loved chicken recipes, and I hope you love it as much as I do. So you can find the full written recipe on my website, anitasdelightsrecipes.com. I always leave a direct link to it in the description box, so go check that out. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.